Hello, this is Jyotirmashil. The topic is writing skill in practice. These are the issues we shall be discussing: guided writing, expansion, use of connectives, sequencing, free writing, mind mapping, resume, email, guided writing. Simply speaking, guided writing involves a teacher who would help you in the process of writing. This teacher may give you a preliminary idea about the topic you are going to write about and can help you in the writing in completing the writing task. Connectives, uh, the words and also besides, further, furthermore, to, moreover, or whatever the words we use to connect the sentences or ideas or paragraphs, these are called connectives. So connectives, at the name suggests, these connectives would connect and relate sentences and paragraphs. We usually use the word linkers uh, in respect of the words like and, mm, but. These are linkers which are used to connect the sentences, but linkers are also connectives. You see, if you're trying to add ideas to one another, then you can use the words like and also, uh, besides, further, furthermore, to, moreover, in addition, then, of, equal importance, equally important, another time, next, afterwards, finally, later, last, lastly. So these are the words, these are the connectives that you can use while you are trying to connect ideas. If you're trying to make an order or sequence, then you can use the words like firstly, secondly, first, second, finally, hence, next. um, in respect of place and space, you can use the word connectives like above, behind, below, beyond, and here, to the right, to the left, nearby. Results, as a result, hence, so, accordingly, contrast, in contrast to, conversely, however, still, nevertheless. To summarize, you can use the connectives like in summary, to sum up, briefly, in short, finally, on the whole. Sequencing, sequencing refers to the orders in which events happened. Usually words like first of all, to start with, and then after that, next, as soon as. So I'm giving you an example. Suppose you are describing the process of making tea, then you should write in this way, perhaps, or you say in this way, perhaps. First of all, I boil the water, then I put tea into it. After a while, I put milk to it. So you see, I'm using the word first of all, then, after that. These are sequencing. These words are helping to maintain that sequence. Free writing. Free writing is uh, when a person writes continuously for a set of period without worrying about rhetorical concerns, conventions, or grammar. This would be called as free writing. Now, this is very uh, effective in case of teaching the second language learner. If we constantly uh, if we constantly talk about grammatical or sequencing, if I constantly point out the mistakes that one second language learner would make, then this candidate would be frustrated. So free writing is something that when one is writing without worrying about the grammatical order sequencing, now this free writing is also effective in just encouraging this second language learner. And also sometimes this free writing is also helpful to alleviate the writer's block. Mind mapping, this is the most common form of graph that we have been learning from the preliminary stage. While drawing a mind map, we usually put the topic uh, in the center. Then we draw branches out of it. then sub branches. This is the easiest way. For example, if I'm trying to draw a mind map relating to sports, then I am writing sports in the very middle. And then I'm drawing four branches depending on the types of sports, hmm, like water sports, team sports, contact sports, individual sports. Then I am drawing sub branches relating to these four branches. For example, if I'm writing about, if I'm categorizing the types of sports related to the water, then the I need to write the sports like diving, water polo, swimming, water aerobics. I am writing all this uh, by drawing sub branches to this sports sports, then a branch that would go to water sports. Then there are branches which would define the four categories of water sports. In this way, the entire graph is related to the very central idea or topic. Resume and CV. The full form of CV is curriculum vitae. Now the students are uh, usually uh, getting confused with this resume and CV. They cannot usually differentiate between the two, but the difference is very clear. That is, uh, resume is shorter than CV. Just that. A resume is a one page summary of your work experience and background relevant to a job you are applying to. And CV is a bit longer, which is a sort of uh, academic diary that includes all the details of your experience, certificates, and publications. So, resume is shorter and very brief, very precise uh, than CV. This is an example of resume. The person's name is written on the very top. Then you see a few lines relating to this person, and this person is defining that why she thinks that she is a fit for the job. Then experience and education. You see the very basic necessary details have been etched here. So if it would have been a CV, it would have been much more longer, much more elaborate and detailed. Email. Now, letter writings, letter writing is becoming outdated. Email is the now most common form to contact the officials and other persons. Like letter, there are three types of email: formal, semi formal, and informal. Hmm? What we call private letters, actually. But if you notice, in case of letter writing, there are different formats for different sorts of letters. When you are writing an official letter, the form of an official letter would be different from the private letter. But in case of email, the format is same, but the language and the words and the diction may vary, but the format is same. Now, if you're using Gmail, you can find this is the, if you click on compose, this tab would open where you can find to. To means to whom, the main recipient whom you are sending the mail. There is no form option because this is auto generated. Your email ID has been has been automatically put there as form. Then you can find the subject line where you need to write down the subject. Now here there is a bit difference because in case of private letters you didn't need to write the subject, but here also in case of personal or private mail, informal mail, you need to write down the subject. And if we, there is the body, there is the main uh, border, there is the main blank space for the of which we call body of an email, where you were writing down your email, the main idea or main claim. Then you can find the sign of the clip. By clicking on that clip, you can attach files, the necessary pertinent files. uh, you should notice that there are two slots where there are written CC and BCC. Now CC means blind carbon copy, and BCC means, sorry, BCC means blind carbon copy and CC means carbon copy. The carbon copy uh, is something that you were trying to copy your mail and would try to just send other recipients, other people. Then you can just put down their mail IDs in the CC section. And in this case, these recipients would see who else has received the letter, sorry, the mail. Suppose you are putting down the email IDs of demo@gmail.com and demo2gmail.com in the CC section, then these two person can see that, uh, can see the other recipients. But if you don't want one recipient to see the other recipients, then you can put their mail IDs in BCC section, the blind carbon copy. If you put their mail IDs in blind carbon copy, then one recipient cannot see the other recipients. Suppose you are uh, you are just putting down the mail IDs of these three persons, like demo1@gmail.com, demo2@gmail.com, and demo3@gmail.com. Then demo1 cannot see that demo2 and demo3 have received the mail, received the same mail. Similarly, demo2 cannot see the demo1, demo3, and demo3 cannot see demo1 and demo2. So if you want uh, others, if you want all the recipients to see the other recipients, then you can put their mail IDs in CC section. And if you don't want one recipient to see the other recipients, then you can put their mail IDs in BCC section. So okay, thank you.